going to see something different.
Yeah, I mean, I pegged FlyQuest prior to this split as a team that could potentially just go absolutely ham in the new meta, so I'm not surprised. At the very least, again, because I think Ziggs, in my estimation, is just so strong, even when compared to other strong mages that we're seeing in the bot lane. So I do think that's something that bot laners should be learning and should have been learning prior to things opening up a lot more. As we see the insta-lock of Cassiopeia that could be going bot, also could be going mid.
Couple of flex
Quad.
picks here.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Quad's best pick. So like, that is something that even though you can flex it, do you want to flex it? I would want to put the champion into the hands of the best player on that champion.
Yeah, I mean, I remember having this conversation about TL with APA and Yon, right? Where Yon is also still a strong Ziggs player, but then you literally have the LCS Ziggs specialist on your team. So you want to put it into his hands. As we see DSG going with Syndra Lee Sin, I am curious to see where the Syndra is going as well, since she has also been one of these mages who's been pretty strong in the bot lane.
It feels like a bit of a Callme classic. He does like his Syndra picks, though we've seen this matchup, I feel like, pretty heavily within the meta, where later on in the game, Syndra scales quite well and creates a lot of pick opportunities versus a short-range Cassiopeia, but in lane, it's pretty difficult to survive the matchup. So want to see how that goes, but we got an Ezreal locked in.
And guess
Ezreal,
what?
we can relax.
The sigh of relief, I think Ezreal has been the strongest AD carry, like even in the mage meta. It's definitely the premier AD carry, because he can take care of himself so well, he's so incredibly mobile, and he offers so much push in lane. In tandem with this Bard, that is a really strong lane to have to go up against.
And additionally, I like the Bard into the Syndra to get a lot of mid-game picks.
And I kind of am looking towards a Leona for DSG because it is a pick that I feel like Lyonz has been really successful with in the past. And yes, difficult to catch on towards Ezreal, but your goal eventually is to find the Cassiopeia, make her life really difficult later on in the game. You will never see an Ezreal want to go for a cleanse, and so even though you have Syndra and technically Leona later on in the game, I think that's not going to be a concern. But we'll have to see as the Gnar gets locked in here, a blind Gnar.
Yep, but immediately the Vayne ban to support that, so want to take out some potential ranged AD
they ban
carry.
the Corki as well?
Top lane.
There's no Rise in this game to ruin the Corki.
Dude, playing blind Gnar in this meta is just, it's hell.
It's a little riskier than it used to be, for sure.
Especially versus Gakgos, that's more than willing to be like, okay, what in the champion pool am I willing to play? He's played a Quinn in the past, he can play the Varus here, like, if he wants to go crazy in that respect. Or he can just go towards something that is tried and true. So I'm interested in what Gakgos has cooking here. Or, you could take that bad boy Cassiopeia top lane.
You could.
That would be a flex, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of the more, it's like an OG Cassio top. Remember when she got the mana buff and people were like, oh, the mana buff to Cassio makes her a better top laner actually because she can just spam her Twin Fangs. And one of the matchups that you usually saw her in, it was like just to punish the mini Gnar. So it is a possibility. Once again, I'm just going to say, we should just let Quad play.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was going to return to your very argument, which is that Quad is, such a specialist on Cassiopeia. It's one of his best picks. I said that about Ori before, but Cassio was his first kind of like solo queue climbing champion.
Funny.
And we see the Corki locked in tandem with
They are
Gnar.
triple banning by picking away for their Gnar top. They ban the Yasuo, Vayne, and then also give
Don't give him the
Sajed
opportunity.
This lets us guarantee that the Syndra is going mid as well. I'm still, Raz, I'm going to guarantee the Cassio's mid.
Okay.
Yeah, my guarantee.
Your guarantee?
We'll see.
No Cassio top.
Yeah.
No Cassio.
We're getting a Tristana top.
There's no Hoonie in this game. It's not what I remember.
Tristana top is available, guys.
She still is, yeah. Pantheon in for... Oh.
Look, we're just hovering just to troll us.
Yeah.
I get it.
We are on live patch. Locke has received some heavy nerfs, so it's been somewhat banned throughout today, but also fallen through a lot of drafts as well.
Ooh, I love Rumble
Yeah,
here.
we could just be going for the Rumble, the classic.
Yeah. And with the Pantheon already locked in, I mean, it's going to be really difficult, I think, for Syndra to be able to play any level of sides. So I think side lanes are going to be really tough for DSG to be able to catch. whereas Pantheon and Bard as a duo is going to be very much like a hellacious duo to really deal with. So good luck, KryRa, being able to like, and of course in Lyonz, to be able to try and match that.
Yeah, I really, really like what FlyQuest have come up with, both in terms of like the overall holistic draft, but then also in terms of the people who are piloting these champions. I think sometimes I do worry a little bit more about Cryogen on like tank initiators where you are the primary engager, but roaming on Bard I think suits him so well. He'll be strong in lane, he'll be strong out of lane. The Pantheon can pay attention to side lanes. Like, I really like what FlyQuest has here.
I think it's gonna be really hard for Syndra to play this game. Callme's got a lot of things he's got to watch out for. The lane should be okay. That's why you pick the Syndra when you see the Cassiopeia, but then the way the rest of the draft really unfolded, I think FlyQuest just has a lot of options. Although it's another one of those similar situations where there's no real tank, so they do have to play fast and get a pretty big lead.
Yeah, that's why I like the Leona. I expected the Leona to be picked earlier in the draft. It was not going to be contested at all, so they were like, okay, we can just drop it into 4-5. Gets picked here, and the threat is going to be Cassio. Cassio has to be really watching her positioning versus Syndra, Leona, all of that. But I want to hear from the casters because they got a guest here.
Special guest.
Yeah, in fact, I'll let him do the intro. Take it away, guys.
Yep, it's the Asby duo joined by Castical here. It's coming in.
The tactical caster. Welcome. Your first time casting. Let's go.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are giving your thoughts on the draft as we were going through it. Let's give the TLDR of your evaluations here to the viewers now. Who do you think won?
I think it's a fly win for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks
Not
good.
even close.
Yeah, not even close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're DSG, then what do you think they have to actually get done here?
I think their mid jungle has to get really fed, or they have to get at least 2 dragons, which is not reliable this game even, because they don't even win fights guaranteed. And I don't know, it just looks hard to play. You need to play perfect almost.
Yeah, it can be very difficult. Definitely feels like a hard game for Syndra with like Bard ult and Equalizer and Pantheon ult and all these tools coming down on your head. So talk to us a little bit about the 2v2 then, obviously. We got you in here. We need your bot lane expertise. We got Ezreal Bard versus Corki Leona.
I mean, you have Corki Leona. They're kind of short range, but if you get an all-out fight, they're pretty strong. But it feels awkward because I'm pretty sure Ezreal Bard gets Prow here, so and they could just avoid and roam mid, which would be really annoying for Syndra Lee Sin because their win con is to win mid 2v2, so.
Definitely will be difficult then. We'll see if DSG can create any sort of early advantage to find a way in, let's say, in this game.
I mean, is there any level 1 that you would call for? You know, like you can do things about trying to even go for a Raptor contest or split jungle, or even go for cheeses, like call my freaking other laner down here or something. What would you try and call for if you're coach for DSG? You got to take your losing side. Casticle is in their ears.
I mean, looking at it now, like, it seems hard because they're just out of range. So if they do walk in and the enemy team's just there, they're just looking at them like, okay, I'll just eat an Ezreal Q, I guess. But I don't think they can force anything level 1. So we'll just have to see if they play well or if FlyQuest makes any mistakes here.
Okay, so you tell your squad, time to outplay them early, guys. Just outplay them.
Coach Tactical is like, well, sorry, guys.
Guys, that was my bad.
Draft.
Good luck, guys. You guys got that.
We'll see how it goes. I will say FlyQuest has not been super clean or anything so far this split, so I do think there will be opportunities for DSG. It feels like so many teams in general, globally, really ever since First Stand, obviously with LPL winning First Stand, teams have been trying to play faster. Teams have been trying to play more chaotic. Lion was talking about that. TL was talking about that. FlyQuest has always been kind of crazy, at least rumored in scrims, and they're playing kind of that style. So I do think it opens up opportunities. Like even if a comp should be, at this point it's going to be really smooth sailing, people are just kind of fist fighting, and sometimes that does open the door.
I can confirm they are really bloody in the scrims.
How's it been for you coming in for Cloud9? Obviously, you've been in Tier 2 for a while. You've won, what, 3 NACL championships in a row now?
Yes,
right?
yes, 3. I mean, it was a sudden change. I can't believe it, honestly, myself still.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited to be here. Happy to be here. Yeah.
Got the dub today, so that has to feel good.
Yeah, of course. My first one in 2 years now. So.
Yeah. Well, not probably an LCS,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
But
LCS.
you were winning
LCS.
trophies.
LCS.
You were winning
He's
trophies.
been racking up wins.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you
there
were
go.
stacking dubs in tier 2.
There we go.
Yeah, I was farming them.
As far as these two bottom laners, you know, there's been a lot of talk, especially about Massu. Where would you rank these guys among the 8 LCS AD carries?
I have not really practiced against Sajed, really, so I don't have a say. But Massu, this guy, he's down to fight. I'll say that much. Like, he doesn't care if he dies.
Is that a you respect it, or you're like, it's troll moments?
It's both. Like, sometimes I'm like, wow, this guy's like really annoying. And sometimes, some other times I'm like, wow, this guy's being like stupidly annoying.
It's always interesting to me, you know, like where people are in the line, because I do think when someone is just playing way too far up and exposing themselves, like that can be a detriment. But sometimes when like an entire team is doing it, it can actually work if they're talented enough, right?
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's like your jungler can't be everywhere. And sometimes teams do play too respectful almost, where everyone's like, oh, the jungler could be here. Like everyone's got to be hugging their tower. So I do always find that interesting and kind of like have respect for players who are trying to walk that line, though obviously it can sometimes go too far one way and then you end up looking a little bit silly.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely do respect people who want to play that line. It's always like nice to see because they always want to be better and pushing limits the most. So.
Exactly. So we are going to be getting into game here shortly. If you're just joining us wondering why the draft took so long, there were some issues with comms between the players and the coaches while in the arena here. So they were doing the drafts off stage in the pro room so they could talk to their coaches easily. So they did the draft there, and then they were basically redrafting the same comp once they sit down to play. So that was the delay, but we are now into game here. FlyQuest on match point. Game one. A very bloody, brawly game one here. And DSG looking to try to see if they can force a game 3.
Okay, started in lane with 200 less HP for the Leona. Is
Yes.
that good tactical?
Yeah, that's how the matchup goes usually. You usually lose HP level 1. So, as you can see now.
All right, looks like Cryogen and Massu being pretty safe here, walking the long way around. Maybe we can watch some of the 2v2 bot, you know, talk us through kind of like what you expect to see and what you would want to see, you know, from either side.
Yeah, so blue side just doesn't want all-ins, but they're pretty strong early, so they could definitely push for free. I'd say it's going to be pretty hard for red side, like before first 1 or 2 bases, because they just don't have enough damage to like actually all-in or enough HP because they'll get poked out.
How are you feeling about Ezreal in general these days? Because obviously it's the most popular bot lane pick by a lot right now.
Yeah, I mean, this champ's very solid. It can play versus mages, and it's pretty good in AD carries. And not only that, you get Prio, because you're really strong early. Oh my gosh.
These Qs!
It's looking pretty rough for them.
I mean, Cryogen got that really good electrocute combo with the other Q, and then he's hitting all these bindings. Okay, so you're supposed to lose HP, but as far as how much, I feel like this is above average.
It's a bit much, I'd say. Looking very scary.
Yeah, Massu's looking pretty healthy. This is going to be tough. They get the early level 2 here, are going to be taking the push. How are you guys talking through lanes like this where, you know, it is going bad? Like, how are you deciding kind of how much to fight, how much to give, how much CS you're okay bleeding?
I think for me personally, I just set a goal before lane starts, like a general idea, like, oh, this lane I just don't want to lose HP. Then we can fight level 3. This lane I want to like maybe push through waves and base, stuff like that. Having a general goal is good, but in lanes like these, you kind of just have to play well and dodge your abilities. So let's see how they keep doing.
And they did have their jungler. KryRa went for the 3-camp recall longsword, you know, jungle opening here. So he's going to be on the bottom side of the map with the extra longsword. Of course, it's pretty hard to get in, you know, especially against the Bard Ezreal that has push and has the Phalight's ward already.
Yeah, you can see Callme actually had to take a base on 11 CS, I believe it was. He was getting hit by every single Q from Quad. Quad, known for his Cassio for a long time, you know, wasn't really able to get it whatsoever, and now is getting to play it. Obviously, Callme has a lot more minions there to farm. He's trying to set up a bit of a wave, a bit of a freeze for himself as Lyonz going forward. Does get the stun down onto Massu. Won't force the cleanse. Cryogen trading out the heal. But it's a bit of a tough lane state now as the wave is pushing away from Sajed and Lyonz, and they are down on HP. But in comes KryRa, getting a good chunk down onto Quad. Post him basing, which is always going to feel really nice. As Lyonz going in, there's the cleanse. Lyonz is incredibly low already, and he's just going to get knocked down. First blood already, and Sajed looking like he's going to die as well. It is a 2v2 double kill for FlyQuest.
Scores, Tactical?
I think you just have to open it at this point. Like, because what red side bot lane had to do was they had to call the jungler and push out because Pantheon was actually padding up and Leona was padding down, but they weren't able to push out even though jungler would pad down. So this is looking. I mean, they're just gonna be really sad for the whole game now.
Yeah, plus jungle shows mid when jungle is ganking mid, and so they also know where jungle exited to. So Massu and Cryogen are like, we know you've got nothing else.
Yeah. There's no bluffing or anything, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the wave is still also completely ruined, right? Like, that is the worst part about you get double killed. Now Gryffinn is down here, and they're trying to reset the wave, and Sajed is going to get the bad news. Flash is out, but there's the flash follow. There's the magical journey, and he is going right back to hell. Knocked down there by Cryogen, and the wave is still horrible. This is a disaster for DSG.
So we actually brought Tactical on for this game to, pronounce which bottom lane has died. And I think the DSG bottom lane is going to do a lot of dying.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one, guys.
Yeah,
okay, mental coach Tactical. You're going to have to cheer him up.
I think if I was Corki right now, I'm going to pray their monitors turn off during the game or something at some point.
Does it make you feel better if your jungler is taking their Gromp?
Tiny bit, but
Big guys.
For the time being, it's okay because the punish isn't now. It's when Ezreal gets his item faster. So you still have some hope until then. Maybe they can force Dragon or something and win a fight and outplay them. Yeah,
the thing is too, it's painful for the rest of the team as Gryffinn finds that his Gromp has been stolen and he's infuriated. The thing is, it's especially since it's Ezreal Bard lane, now Cryogen also gets a lot of time to go influence the rest of the map. One of the best roamers in the game.
Yeah, Callme could be in a bit of trouble. Holding on to the Q. Does predict a little bit of sidestep and it does not find him. We saw those stats on the side. Sajed is just not a player who's had a lot of success in lane. Generally with DSG, him and Lyonz have struggled. Massu and Cryogen were one of our stronger bot lane 2v2s last split. I don't know how much LCS you were watching last split, but they were getting a ton of 2v2 kills.
Oh, I did not watch, but that's pretty good to hear, though, that they're good in lane now. Because I remember towards the beginning of FlyQuest, they were known for being weaker laners. So, right here.
Level 6 versus level 4 on the AD carries, and he is about to find out. Nice sidestep on the True Shot Barrage. Barely lives there from that final auto coming in from Massu. But this is painful. Down a level and a half, almost going to be a full 2 levels probably after he cleans up this wave. Massu is just miles and miles ahead. I mean, it's not just the gold, the experience is just going to make it impossible to play.
Yeah, definitely chug your potions. I think the extra early potion click is going to keep you alive there as well. And at least Sajed is going to get back for some of the experience for this wave. You got to count the small things. When
this Corki buy, man, is so depressing.
Yeah.
He's got Tier, Ruby Crystal, and a glowing moat against Sheen Tier double longsword. That's tough.
So now we're going to say you don't have to play on the losing side anymore, Tactical. You're free. If you're the bottom lane for FlyQuest, is there something beyond, okay, Cryogen, you just have full freedom now to go harass every lane as he does it again, and Massu just, handle them 2v1? Or is there anything else that you're looking at? Are you already looking at any timers to swap, like up to mid lane or grubs or anything?
I think since they're winning so hard, there's no need to just over-prioritize grubs. I think they should get dragons because let's say if red side Lee Sin goes to grubs and it shows randomly, then they just dove right away. Because I think getting even more behind than that is like game losing. So I think from blue side, you just want to keep matching if you can. Like for example, this dragon right here. I really hope Fly fights if they see this.
I'm kind of curious on your take. Obviously, like, in general, the meta is all about roaming for supports. But if you're winning the 2v2 this hard, do you want your Bard roaming, or are you actually looking to just stay 2v2 and punish?
They have a ward in it, so they definitely do see it.
Yeah, Cryogen has spotted KryRa. Lyonz and Sajed are here. In comes the Pantheon. Going to get stunned up. KryRa put low. They're trying to burst down the jungler. Massu takes him out, steals that red buff. They get the dragon as well as Lyonz and Sajed are sent running. Callme going to get trained down and knocked down there by the Pantheon. It's 5-0, 3K lead. And Gakgos fighting on the top side might try to grab another kill for himself here too.
Okay, bottom side too. They're going in again. Massu with the red buff.
Yep, trying to take even more here as Srtty is just slowly getting lower and lower, forced to flash from the Electro Harpoon. Gakgos about to overheat. Is he going to go for it? Oh no, he harpooned and overheated. I think he thought he had enough to be able to actually get the Flame Spitter there, and he could have maybe got the kill. Now, Cryogen in some trouble. KryRa is back here, but they are just losing out in this fight. The Bard ult is going to connect there onto Lee Sin. Massu stepping forward. Taxis to the Grump and does get out.
Yeah, I feel like Massu, when Cryogen would keep on 2v3ing if Massu had any more mana, and they would just continue to chase them through their whole jungle. But Tactical, as you were saying, if FlyQuest see this, and they had a ward in the back of the Dragon Pit, but DSG also pinged that ward. You saw the red ping on it. So DSG knew they were being watched, and they continued on that Dragon with the Pantheon ult coming through.
Yeah, I mean, I think they just saw it as one chance to maybe outplay and for the fight. So they just pulled it and saw what happens. But unfortunately, they got ran. So not much to say for them. But to get back to your point about Bard roaming, I think it's fine for him to roam and hover around mid. But you definitely want to be able to fight bot at all times. So as long as the Bard is hovering between mid and bot, it's okay.
All right, I think we got a comms listening.
It's probably 3K, 2K. They don't see me.
Yeah.
It's 2K. I'm ulting now. I'm ulting
going
now.
behind.
I'm going
Yeah,
on
look
Lee
at
Sin.
Syndra is alone.
We are back to live as Cryogen's looking topside. Srtty does not have his flash, but trying to get into Mega, stunned up there. And Massu with the True Shot Barrage has the damage to knock him down. Bad goes to worse as now Srtty's died as well.
Guys, how'd this Ezreal get so fed?
Callme in trouble, getting pushed back there by Quad. Will be able to run out with his Swifties and does stay alive.
That's why the top laner, you know, is like bottom lane. So where'd this come from? Where'd this problem come from, Tactical?
Oh, does tag him. Callme though. Scatter is going to be able to stay safe for now. But has no TP, is getting pushed in, and Quad is getting tankier and tankier as time goes on.
Yeah.
Is this the biggest deficit that we have had in the LCS this summer?
Might be.
I feel like it is.
We can get a stat check on that. I mean, this is a very one-sided. 4K at 10 minutes is a very tough, and Cryogen looking to see if he can push the Jet off.
Yeah, this is looking rough, chat. This is looking a bit cooked. Ezreal's Triforce and Corki's on only the phage and a glowing moat.
You can't forget the moat, you know?
Yeah, it's 250 Gs, not something to neglect.
Especially when you have so little gold, you know? Every penny counts down there.
Yeah,
Sajed could be in some trouble, though, as Gakgos has Cryogen coming down. They're going to try to see if they can find a play. KryRa in the area, though. They are going to force a flash. There's the Tempered Fate coming down as Gakgos is overheated, roasting him up. Massu and Gryffinn were moving over, but not going to be anything more for the play.
I mean, okay, so mid lane is open for a bit, so they can just, you know, have Ezreal come right back over here. Ezreal on Trinity Force is also going to be dangerous for Syndra. Everywhere Massu has gone, there has been danger for DSG. Started in the bottom lane, then they killed top lane.
Yep.
Now in mid lane too. Callme's like, I don't really want to have to deal with this either. Thankfully for Callme, at least he has upgraded Swifty boots, but topside play.
Here comes the Pantheon ult as Gryffinn was predicting he was going to step back, but he's going to get stunned up, and Srtty's got nowhere to go. Trying to buy some time. The heal comes through there from Lyonz, but he goes down anyway, and Sajed gets hit by the Petrifying Gaze, chased down by Quad. The barrier is there, but it is not nearly enough. Cryogen arrives, Lyonz with the sidestep, but they are just tanking up the tower and knocking him down too. 9-0, 5K gold lead, 12 minutes in.
We need to cut the stream for their mental sake, I think. This is so sad to watch. I feel bad for them.
Yeah, and this is your first time casting too. I swear it's not always like this, Eddie.
Yeah, I was hoping to talk about more team comp identities and stuff, but this is just like a stomp, so.
Yeah. FlyQuest identity is being rich.
Yes.
And every player is rich, but especially Massu.
All right, so let's talk about LCS in general a little bit then. So you've obviously been scrumming with C9 for a while at this point.
Mm-hmm.
How are you guys feeling as C9? How are you feeling about your season so far and your chances kind of going forward?
I mean, I think we're feeling pretty good. We just have to get on the teamwork stuff.
Yep.
And I think we've been improving, especially last week. And I've been picking up a lot of habits I lost to help carry the teams. But honestly, my stage games, I've been a little nervous, especially my first one versus TL last week. I was very nervous.
Yeah.
But I was way better this week. I was like a lot less nervous and more able to like do whatever I thought was good. But if I was like in this position in this game as DSG, I'd be like really, really nervous. Like
Nervous and maybe sad.
Was playing against your old team, did that make it more kind of spooky? Would that make you more nervous playing against your homies? Because I always feel like if you're playing against your friends, you really want to impress, you want to look good.
I mean, a little bit. You know, I always like playing with Core, and I really hate losing to him, honestly.
Yeah.
So doing a little bit more mental battle on that. Oh, here's a play.
Srtty is behind him. Quad does not know until just now. The TP's coming in, though. And DSG just have no damage whatsoever. The Mega Gnar is going to whiff. There's a clear on the wave. They do get the wallop stun onto Gakgos. The Petrifying Gaze lands onto Sajed. Srtty is bursting down. The True Shot Barrage will not actually connect on him, so he does survive at the end of the day. It is a wash, but Massu has arrived, and FlyQuest are pushing forward, trying to see if they can find anything more. Looks like that's the end of it.
Honestly, this is a really good result for DSG. They stalled and lost nothing.
I feel like if Srtty just waited on the Mega Gnar, though, on the TP.
Yeah, if he got the timing right, he would have gotten, I don't know if it would have been a kill, but at least a flash.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was an angle there for sure.
Yeah, Cassio with the Ghost Pop is very speedy, pretty hard to get with the edge.
Yeah, I always think he would just wait for Gakgos because the Rumble will arrive, right? You know, if you scoop him in right as he arrives into a wallop, plus the tower damage, maybe could have got him. But definitely is tough. And like you said, you know, hey, going even is definitely a win from this position.
Yes. Honestly, they're going to slowly reach a somewhat playable state soon, because as soon as Corki gets an item, like he got it right here, and Syndra finishes her item, that's like the strongest even matched.
Cryogen could be in a little bit of trouble, but has the magical journey to stay safe.
Yeah, see what they can do once they have these single item power spikes, at least on the carries to be able to do some damage. Maybe with some burst opportunities, but honestly, look at the map. It's so under control here for FlyQuest. I like the rotation to the top side. Cryogen as well as Gryffinn are moving up there.
Yeah, so Jed valking forward. Massu still maintaining that 2-level lead. It is a full 2 levels as Sajed has just gotten 9 there. So up the same level as these solo laners right now is Massu, who has been getting a ton of solo XP here.
Wow, bot side. Quad knows that he is weak-sided right now while they are doing Rift Herald, so he's positioning very safely, very respectfully, as they don't have vision through their own jungle. Waits out the timer here, and now that Bard is coming down to shadow him. Now he can move in for the extra experience. It's a cannon wave, so he only lost 1 melee.
Yeah, Callme having to retreat should probably be okay there with the tower around, but nice sidestep there on the Bard ult. Does get stunned up. In comes KryRa. The Pantheon ult arriving. Callme trying to run. There's a kickback under the tower. Lyonz is here as well. Gryffinn in trouble. Flashes over the wall. Stays alive, but does finally get shut down there by KryRa, who has to flash away from Quad. Quad on the Cassio looking for more, but it looks like it will just be a 1-for-1 at the end of the day.
And during that time, it looks like Massu, the Ezreal, has gone to bully out the Corki, so mid lane's going to be wide open. They did get the 1-for-1, but the towers look like 2-for-0 here for FlyQuest, the pressure taking over.
So DSG, remember, at the end of the year, is going to have to play in the promo tourney. And you actually played against them last year in the promo tourney as well. So how do you think their chances are, looking forward this year?
Well, I think this game is not accurate representation of what they could be, but it really depends on how much better they can get as a team. So.
This played pretty good for them. KryRa was able to get a nice kickback onto the Pantheon. He gets stunned to the tower, and Gryffinn a little bit frustrated with that.
Yeah, he flashed. I mean, at least KryRa had to flash as well when they get that counter kill on him, and they're still nursing this 6,000 gold lead. A lot of the times, though, okay, mid lane is open, so Gryffinn is passing through. But
so Jed may be in some trouble. Gryffinn gets that boost of move speed. Cryogen here as well. Looks like we'll be okay for now. Lyonz going to have to flash out. KryRa going in. The teleport's going to come in as well. But Lyonz is already dead, and the teleport's just going to arrive onto the miasma. Srtty has got to run for it. 5 members here from FlyQuest.
I love the call here from FlyQuest, from Gryffinn. He's got this turbo-fed Ezreal, so he just runs mid lane, uses the E for the speed boost just to make an engage, make a fight happen around Ezreal, and good things are going to happen when they do that. They also get the objectives afterwards as they're able to, lock up Lyonz. This support, I mean, this Leona is looking very, very squishy with how far their bottom lane has been behind, and FlyQuest with a nice little pick to progress the game even further.
Yeah, KryRa takes that in, but he is just going to die in a hurry. He was very low on HP, and the desperation starting to show a little bit here from DSG as they just feel like, hey, we got to go for anything.
This is a rough one, chat.
I swear, this feels
so
like
hard.
the biggest sub we've had in a very long time in LCS.
Yeah.
I'm going to extend the timer even back to last year.
I agree. This one is very one-sided. especially when Tactical's like, all right, guys, DSG has to stop early game or they lose. And then 1 second into the game, they get 2v2 double kill bot. And you're like, well,
yeah, this is looking rough, guys.
It's about that time. It's getting late.
Honestly, if this was Scrim, this is one of those games where you just FF.
Probably instantly after the double kill bot, right?
Yeah, or not. Maybe you could give it a chance after that, but after like a dragon or like maybe 5 more deaths after that, it's like really like you don't see the win con like objectively. It's really hard. Like.
Gonna be tough, and I mean they are on Soul Point now as well, and it's Hextech Soul, so that's always fun.
It's funny because I was gonna ask you about, so many teams, they talk about having good communication, and when their AD carry is fed, it's nice to have the AD carry communicate. What do you need so that we can win this game? And except for now the answer from you is probably like, just stay awake.
Yeah, just stay awake.
As long as you're still here and awake.
Mentally, yeah.
I think we'll win.
Srtty trying to hold on the top side here and just give them some sort of a chance. You know, I think really realistically your only chance is that FlyQuest start to do a little bit of trolling, get a little bit fast and loose with it. You know, get a little bit overconfident.
Honestly, the only way they control is if they dive and like just horribly mess it up. Like even if someone's getting caught on side, they could make enough time where his team can come. Like they just have to dive and hope their monitors turn off or something. And like.
That sounds like a challenge.
It really is.
I will say, if it's solo queue, sometimes the most dangerous games are the ones where you're up 10-0.
Yeah, it actually is true.
People, I start sweating when I see my team get too far ahead. I'm like, oh, people are not locked in anymore. Like, if I'm up 5 kills, I'm feeling good. If I'm up 10 kills, I am sweating. We're about to lose this game.
Your teammate has a bounty. Danger.
Yep. You see 4 people in a row go in with 1K bounties, you know, just running it down. As Callme in some trouble, getting stunned under the tower. True Shot Barrage does not quite connect. The Aegis Assault is going to do the damage and finish him off. Sajed in the area, but can't do anything to help out.
Would have been cooler if the Ezreal ult killed him, though. So, could have got more style
points.
points.
That cool of a kill.
Not that cool.
He needs more gold than a 2.5 thousand gold leader, right?
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, the leads are everywhere. I mean, I want to see. I'm going to bring up the total gold. I want to see how Cryogen is doing compared to the rest of the team.
I do like
Cryogen is tied with Srtty. I was afraid that he might be ahead.
Okay.
That's, your Gnar has more gold than the Bard. That's a dub.
Well, I think your dreams or nightmares can still come true in this game. And there might be a good chance. I would bet on that Cryogen bar moving up on that chart.
All right, what else we got? Let's see if we find some good news here.
Okay.
All right, Cryogen has done more damage than the entire enemy team.
That's a great sign.
Well, individually each one, but if you combine all the damages of DSG, they can do more than the Bard.
Facts. All right. Well, there we go. So that's a plus for DSG so far. As FlyQuest 9,000 gold up here. DSG just trying to find some sort of an angle, but haven't really been able to find anything whatsoever.
I did kind of like the tactical podcast where we can start talking about the league as a whole, unless somebody dies here.
We're going to see a couple people die. I think Sajed is going to be the first one as Massu goes unstoppable. Lyonz looking like he is next to fall. Lyonz is going to fall down. There's Gakgos arriving. Flashes forward. Tempered Fake going to get flashed away there by Callme. Will survive to tell the tale. But it is 2 more kills going to Massu, and it is Baron on the table. KryRa going to land the kickback. There's the scatter, but they have no damage whatsoever. Mikhails lands. The magical journey gets him out to safety. In comes Gryffinn flashing forward, takes down Callme, scooping to the wall there by Srtty. But do they have the damage to get the kill? The Aegis Assault says no. True Shot Barrage will go wide onto KryRa as Lyonz has respawned. Srtty trying to do his best in these situations, trying to get something, but they are just getting beat down by the wallets of FlyQuest.
But they did stop FlyQuest from doing the Baron. So a lot of people died, and FlyQuest got richer, but the Baron is still alive.
That's true. It's perfect. Now KryRa can steal it.
Exactly. We got to clear out some of these wards, though, or they're going to see him coming. Nice. Good job, Lyonz. Genius. So I do like talking about the league as a whole, though, because it's pretty interesting. you know, last split, a lot of people were looking at top 4, but ever since MSI, you know, when with the teams returning from MSI and Team Liquid and Lion looking really, really good, how are you seeing the league kind of break out now? Do you feel like it's those top 2 teams and then like a couple of different levels, or do you think it is much closer than that, and it's more like just the top half, bottom half?
Yeah, I definitely think TL and Lion are the top 2 by far. I think hopefully, I'm hoping
C9's in there?
C9's in there too. But I think Fly is pretty solid as well. I really respect how aggressive they play. And I think Massu feels comfortable on stage to do so as well. So that's good to see always.
What size of a dog would you equate the teams to? We got to introduce you to the dog scale. So Kobe maintains that you know, the big dogs are TL and Lion, and then we got a couple medium dogs. You know?
Yeah, you're in there. You're a
medium dog.
Okay. I'm hoping it'd be Cloud9, Fly.
Yeah.
You know, we got some work to do. Our games weren't the cleanest here, but we see KryRa going on a big flank.
Yeah, Lyonz probably going to die here. Scatter hits across multiple people there. Srtty charging up the Gnar bar. We'll see if he can find an angle. KryRa is behind him, but I don't think they care. Massu shifts on his face. Going to get kicked back into the team. There's the Tempered Fate landing in onto the Syndra. The equalizer comes down, and FlyQuest are just charging in. Massu maybe has gone too far. Finally shut down, but it's a 5-for-1 as FlyQuest get a triple onto Quan and are going to take the soul as well.
Yeah, it's the meme. Huge kill, huge shutdown to cut the gold lead down to, checks notes, 11.6 thousand gold and the Dragon. But here's another team fight. How about this, Eddie? Take us through this team fight. Have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, KryRa was looking for a miracle angle, and there's no angle, so he just lost.
And your support is dead instantly. I mean, yeah, honestly, at this point, Srtty's trying to go for quad and set it up, but quad still had flash anyway, too, and there's no follow-up damage there.
So back to the tier list. So break it out for us. So we got, and the dogs.
Okay.
Oh, Allah Akbar. He just screamed it. Oh.
Okay, go Drake first.
We can go Drake. I think we can go both.
All right, so we were saying, are you saying TL and Lion are the same tier? They're number 1 tier.
I don't know which one's better, but they're both really solid.
But they're on the same
and
tier.
Consistent, yes.
Okay, so that's tier number 1. What kind of size dog is that? Some big
the
dogs?
Biggest of all.
The biggest of all.
Biggest
it's like
of all,
a mastiff. It's a huge dog.
Yeah,
all right, now what's the next tier? How many teams are in the next tier?
That's got to be you guys, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's got to be just 2 more as well. I mean, I'm looking at Fly. They're definitely looking like that kind of team right now.
They're looking kind of big right now. Yeah.
And I'm hoping it'd be us. You know, like I think we can get the leads. Just that, you know, our games might not be the cleanest.
Okay, so you guys are in there. So that's the second tier.
Are Sentinels in there with you guys or nah?
I think Sentinels is like a half-size dog down below us.
Okay. So you're like a medium plus dog, and they're just like a medium.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Perfect.
okay. What about like Shopify? Anyone else? You know, in the hunt up there, or it's just a bunch of Chihuahuas?
I think Shopify could be solid sometimes. I think if they're on their game, they could
got
be,
some bite.
I think they could be on the same medium as Sentinels.
Okay, so that's pretty close.
Yep. Shout out to Zazel, my go as well.
Yep, Zazel doing well. Massu going to get engaged on, does not care at all. The Tempered Fate going to connect across 2. Can he find the binding as well? Doesn't even need it as they're just getting deleted in the base. 3-man scatter buys a little bit of time there from Callme as Srtty with a massive Mega Gnar into the wall, stuns up 4, but it doesn't even get them a kill. Quad chasing down Callme, trying to take him out. Won't quite be able to do it. It's just 2 more kills, though, as FlyQuest have cracked the base here. 27 minutes in. They're looking to maybe just end it.
Yeah, I mean, the first game was close at many points. The second game was really not close at any point, as FlyQuest will finish up with 2 inhibitors already here at 27 minutes, and the gold lead ever increasing. We're over the 15K mark now.
All right, so DSG and Dig, are they on the same tier? Or are they on different tiers?
I think they're on a pretty similar tier.
Okay.
I'd say so, yeah.
So the small dog tier?
Yep. Are we missing one, or was that everyone?
I think that was everyone. That was 8, right? Because we said 2. We said 2 and 4 different tiers.
Okay, yeah.
Because we had Lion TL, and then we had you and FlyQuest, and then we said Sentinels and Shopify,
and then
DSG and Dig.
Yes, yeah, okay.
Okay. So it's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, obviously 3 slots for Worlds, that's everyone's goal. And we'll see if Massu's in a little bit of trouble. He is going to be able to shift away. The equalizer there to peel. Massu down about half HP. In comes the TP from Srtty. Gryffinn is behind them, and KryRa is in trouble. Srtty about to mega out, but he is just getting knocked down so quickly. flashing over, trying to get the knockdown. They TP
He's out of
out
there.
to safety. As you know what? I respect it. You know, may as well just get out there, protect the KDA a little bit. Temper Fate going to connect onto Lyonz. He is dead as well. 26-2. 28 minutes in. This one has never been close.
It certainly has not. All FlyQuest, all game 2.
Yeah, looking like this is all she wrote for this one, as FlyQuest should be able to take the clean sweep here. Callme and Sajed going to do their best to try to hold the line here as FlyQuest push forward, not afraid whatsoever. Magical Journey over into the base. There's the GA procced, but it's not going to matter. Callme going to get taken down in the fountain. It's a double for Massu, 11-1-9. Bot lane domination from FlyQuest as they will sweep DSG.
Thank you, Tactical, for a hard day's work here. Of course.
We're going to have to bring you back for a redo. This one doesn't count.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to watch a more closer game next time too.
Exactly. We're gonna give you a redo on that one. Unfortunately, DSG doesn't get a redo on this one.
Yeah, I hope they're sure hoping they did though.
Yeah, they absolutely are hoping that they did. Game 1 so close, and DSG, you know, in winning positions at a number of different times. With FlyQuest crush it. Who would be your player of the game?
I think Massu. Massu looked really good.
All right, you heard it from Tactical. Desk, what do you think?
The AD carry sticking up for the AD carry.
You gotta stop the bias.
That bot lane smashed. It's
Yeah, they did.
either Cryogen or Massu.
You'll see who